Everyone knows the name Pokemon. It's a pretty big franchise. Everyone knows the mainline games. But we're not here to talk about those. With Pokemon being one of the biggest franchises of all time, it's gotten a lot of different spin-offs. Today, I'm here to tell you about one of those, Detective Pikachu. I know what you're thinking. Wait, I've heard of that. They made the movie with this guy. But if you thought this was gonna be about Detective Pikachu on the 3DS, no. Detective Pikachu on the Nintendo Switch, baby! Released about 5 or 6 months ago. But that's not important. Detective Pikachu adventure starts now! So the game starts with us, here in Rhyme City, and we're celebrating this thing called Pokemon Friendship Week. And the mayor here was given a speech. Oh no, a mean bird. I'm so scared. Hey, come back here, you! Then I proceeded to interview every single witness, as a good detective should. Then I found a random tree in the middle of the road. And there's a ton of apples.
Whoa! This tree's an executor!
Hey!
You don't say. I couldn't have guessed by the tail or anything. Get the out of the way. Anyways, then I found Pikachu's hat. Pikachu's hat then climbed up the executor, because that's what hats do. Now the game wants me to climb the tree, with a mash that button sequence. Turns out, if you don't mash that button, he just keeps doing this. Anyways, I got the hat back. It only took me 30 minutes for the tutorial. Later, we head back to my apartment. My mom and sister live there too. I went to check the TV, and apparently Mewtwo's blowing up stuff.
Pokemon appear to have caused an explosion. This explosion occurred in the mountain range northeast of Rhyme City. This may be related to the recent uptick in incidents involving Pokemon.
The next day, we get coffee, and then this guy, Inspector Holiday, wants me to do a mystery thing. Find a precious jewel called the Aurora Drop or whatever. Then we met the owner of the jewel, Sanjeev Dennis. So basically, the thief injured one of the staff when running away. Apparently, the police think the butler did it. All you need to know is there's glass where the jewel case was displayed, and it was cut, possibly by a sharp Pokemon. And there's a blue feather. In a nearby window, there happens to be more blue feathers. We meet this guy, Turner, who happens to be house staff and was in the house when the break-in happened. But I'm sure that won't be important later. So 2 people saw a ducklet fly out the window. But I'm sure that won't be important later. So we go to search for ducklet in the park. While in the park, we meet this shady-looking professor guy named Murloc, who plucks one of Pikachu's hairs. But I'm sure that won't be important later.
Such a huge fan of yours.
So we head back to the mansion, and Growlithe says she'll help us by tracking the scent. So Growlithe helps us find Ducklet. They're innocent too. And turns out the feathers belong to a Cramorant. So we have to track him down. And now we're here, in a shady back alley. But we found the guy. We learn all the Pokemon fell asleep after breakfast because they got drugged. Sleeping powder, but same thing. So use Growlithe to track the drugs, then infiltrate the cartel. Oh wait, sorry, I meant we found a Lilligant, basically a flower Pokemon. Then we learn the guy Turner, who wouldn't be important later, gave all the Pokemon their food. So we head back to Cramorant, and he's Turner's partner. Wow. He says he feels too full to walk. Then Pikachu figures out that Cramorant swallowed the jewel. So now we gotta prove it. So Clefable's just standing there ominously in the funniest idle animation ever. The evil thing. Dang, he just swallowed it.
Don't just stand there. Hurry up and grab it.
Right.
Why are the police officers such good guys? That's really bad. God damn it. He turned evil, but I'm sure that won't be important later. So after a case well done that's not actually finished, we head back to the apartment and eat mac and cheese. And then Pikachu gets drugged or something and has a flashback of Harry, the guy who went missing. So we head to the roof to chat. And look who's there, Mewtwo. Yay! We head to a temple ruin to find a professor who can help us with information about the jewel. And that place is almost completely frozen over. We solve a couple of puzzles and then get to a boss fight room where you have to get past the maze without getting caught. The music is banging up. So then we find the professor guy, but he's trapped in a room. So we friend the boss, Darmanitan, and now he'll help us. And he has the ability to punch really hard. So I did that for a bit. And then we walk right into the bad guys. This guy from some random evil organization called Unitas challenges us to a battle with 2 Krogunks. Now they're normal.
Listen up, pal. Hand over that
Don't
Pikachu and I'll
wanna
let you walk out of here.
Now they could be threatening if he wasn't doing this. And then we chase after him, and he has a Mamoswine ram into us. That's cheap, but I respect it.
Mamoswine!
What? So Darmanitan goes Super Saiyan and topples him over like an absolute mad lad. After saying goodbye, we head back to Rhyme City. The next day, Pikachu and I head to the cafe to get coffee. Oh, this is it. Wait, what? Oh, it's the police.
What's this?
There's a guy.
Hello, great detective. I'm here for Pikachu.
Hey,
Brad,
hold on.
what is all this?
Yeah, Brad.
Pikachu,
Brad.
you're under arrest. Come with us.
Huh?
Woke up in a jail cell. There are 2 other Pokemon, Sableye and Pangoro. I interviewed them, but they wouldn't tell me anything.
It's time for exercise. Proceed to the roof. Single file.
Exercise. I talked to more of the Pokemon, Impidimp, Liepard, and the big boss, Luxray. He uses Thunderbolt or something, and I pass out. Up. Okay, so my job is to prove Pikachu's innocence. I head to the scene of the crime. The Slowpoke statue is damaged. There are electrified rocks everywhere. Also, there's this weird kid who won't move. Inspector Holiday tells me the police station is purposely arresting lots of Pokemon to reach quota. After talking to him, I head back to the cafe to interview if anyone had seen a different Pikachu or the control cubes. A couple people said they saw the police put them on Pokemon and that they were called management tags. So now I'm back as Pikachu. I asked the Pangoro if there was any way out, not the totally obvious vent at Pangoro Height. After getting thrown through the vent, I talked to Luxray about escaping. Then I rushed back to my cell only to find the police officer guy dissing on me. Pikachu sucks! Skipping a little bit, I head back to Luxray, and he says he has a plan. By opening the cell door and using his X-ray vision, we can see where the cops are through the walls and escape. I went to the guard room and unlocked the door. Problem solved. So the point of this is to see through the walls and wait for the cops to walk by. What's funny is, you respawn outside of your jail cell. Oh no, the Pokemon escaped! Oh, I'm on lunch break. After searching for a bit, we learned the police chief was controlling a Ditto to transform into the Pokemon he wants to frame. So we get him to confess, and as he hands over the management tag controller, it explodes, because one of the Unitas guys was following us. But we get Pikachu out of jail, and the bad guy fired. Later, we head to some village because we're looking for someone. Then they make us do a ton of chores. Then we have a whole flashback sequence where we play as Harry, then meet Pikachu, fight a Laron, and then we have to basically redo all of that, not in flashback mode. But I'll get to the important part. We made a Pangoro and fight an elite Unitas member or something, and he has an evil golem, but we get rid of him.
Oh no! Hold on!
Then we interview Pikachu, because he has really weird memories from Harry's perspective, but keeps referring to himself, Pikachu, in the third person. But turns out he has all the memories of Harry, because he is Harry, just in Pikachu form, because Mewtwo saved him in a car crash. Reading that sounds really weird. I hope that makes enough sense. I'm waiting at Unitas Lab without Pikachu. We have no way to get in. And then...
Hey! Sorry for the wait!
So then we destroy a couple of barrels, then break in via a random hole in the wall, then break another wall. Then we do a couple of random things, and boom, floor B2. Now we have to face another boss fight, Dusknor. This dude is scary, but all we have to do is walk around him. And boom, now he's not evil. With its help, we're now on floor B3. We have to play hide and seek with Cramorant. I'm not kidding, we have to track him down because he swallowed a controller. Then we get an Excadrill who's nearby to dig a hole through the ground so we can go through. Then we find that the mad scientist guy Murloc is the main villain, and his goal is to become a Pokemon. As we get to the next floor, elite grunts are waiting for us, and they chase after us. Growlithe decides to sacrifice. We make it to the next room, and more Unitas grunts are after us. We need an electrical current to open the door, so Luxray helps us, but the grunts catch up. We lost another one. We make it to the final room where the elevator is. As we enter, both Pangoro and Darmanitan push Pikachu in and block the doors as Unitas closes in. We have to stop Murloc. We have to do it for them. As we approach Murloc, he tells us the Aurora Drop, the big jewel from earlier, is the mythical Pokemon, Deoxys. He activates a machine and transfers his mind into Deoxys' body. Then he flies through the roof. We investigate around and find our dad's body in a capsule, and we find a countdown for the place to explode. Right as we make a plan, Murloc falls through the roof and starts fighting Mewtwo. Mewtwo has him pinned to a metal beam, and we have to finish him off.
The pod?
Dad!
Tim, hey. Sorry I kept you waiting so long.
Come on. Everyone's waiting. Let's go home.
Yeah.
We successfully defeated Unitas and brought everyone to justice. And that, my friends, is Detective Pikachu Returns. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. I'm just trying to do something new, see what works. There are a lot of cool features and stuff I couldn't include in this video, but I do want to play some more DS or 3DS games in the future, so let me know what you want to see in the comments. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Hope you enjoyed. Click that video over there.